tell you Americans that oxygen is good for your health. I recommend you to breathe a lot, that beautiful air. That's pretty good. I suggest all Americans to keep breathing because we just found that it tell you.
Welcome back to If You Laugh, You're Conservative.
Pay the wages to the pack, tingle, maker.
Tingle.
And to the fucking elections, our nation, on the good, and the bitch fit.
And the bitch fit.
Bitch you fuck. Behind all you hot.
Your hand.
Serena Williams' ability to get easily offended by a decoration in a hotel.
All right, everyone, how do we feel about cotton as decoration? Personally, for me, it doesn't feel great.
All right, guys, let's look to get offended. Let's scour every Pizza Hut in New York for brick ovens, and next, we're going to Bed Bath & Beyond to inspect its shower head that has some sort of resemblance to the ones used here.
I'm offended that Serena was wearing a blonde wig. How dare you? To you, it's a day off. To them, it's the best day ever.
I'm an associate professor at the University of California. I study climate change and sustainable seafood. I'm going to flee the United States with my family to start a life and do my science.
Just make sure the door don't hit you where the good Lord split you.
It's a lovely day for a scoot in Washington, D.C. You can already see the people are out there having a great time. I love you too. How's it going? We love the kids. It looks like we're in Chinatown.
Liking the video so far? Subscribe below the video for more. A Mustang? Who would have thought? It's never the Mustang. Rare footage of Charlie from 2016 when he's only 23.
Voluntarily, so. What's your corporation, right? It's a nonprofit called Turning Point USA. Gun Save Lives!
Can I ask one of you fellas, what is your ideal situation then for
the Constitution, more freedom. We're far from it now. Let's get back to restoration of individual liberty and states' rights. More like Texas, less like California.
So you have more of a libertarian viewpoint?
Libertarian, conservative, free market, freedom. Be in control of your own life and your own destiny. I don't want Washington, D.C. to tell me how to live my life. I think states' rights matter, and I think Washington, D.C. is full of corruption, bureaucrats, waste, inefficiency. And look, I think states created the federal government did not create the states. And the beauty of individual liberty is if you decentralize the federal government, you can restore freedom back to the people, not have government rule our lives every day.
Charlie stayed base, even as a baby face.
Kimmel lost his job for 4 days, and they said free speech was under attack. Charlie Kirk was killed for exercising free speech, and they said he had it coming. They say we need more civil debate, and we need to be more civil. So when we try to engage in civilized debate, they chase us off campus.
Because here's the one thing I have found. Once you have kids, there is this primal thing that comes into you where if you think you have worked hard before, when you have to go feed a child and provide for a family, you are willing to go to the ends of the earth and push yourself in ways that you never thought possible.
The View abruptly cuts to commercial in the midst of a Kamala Harris word salad.
I didn't fully appreciate how much people wanted to know there was a difference between me and President Biden. I thought it was obvious. And I didn't want to offer a difference in a way that would be received or suggested to be a criticism. And you know, in the campaign, full time I was pointing out the differences. My theory of the case was we need to bring costs down. We're going to extend the child tax credit. We're going to have Medicaid.
Wake up knowing what's happening in your community. We have breaking news for you.
I think when Kamala Harris is on, anyone would rather watch a commercial.
He's small, that's why he's on the fucking contract thing.
Big booty Latinas deserve amnesty.
Hey, what's your point? Great.
I'm trying to get amnesty for big booty Latinas. That's my point.
Okay, no, that is not your point.
Yes, it is my point. What does my sign say? Can you read? Can you read?
All he has a camera.
Can you read?
Yeah, he's got glasses.
Uh-oh, he's got a camera. We need to fade into the shadows of the night.
Why do they keep saying that there's more than 100,000 people at that stadium? Because I checked, and it happened at the State Farm Stadium, and the capacity of the stadium isn't even close to 100,000.
There were chairs on the floor.
So, where are they getting this number from? Is it like a crowd size thing again? We know they love to exaggerate their crowd sizes.
Maybe you should have asked how they fit more people in that stadium. Because you're looking at the numbers of a football game. You're looking at the numbers when those seats are the only place you can sit. They don't usually sit on the ground while they're watching football, do they? They don't usually sit on the field because they'd be in the way. Did you think about that?
Did you think about how there's literally an entire football field worth of space down there? Kamala Harris is calling her landslide loss in November the closest race in the 21st century.
By the way, what is also historic about that in many ways, it was the closest election for President of the United States in the 21st century.
Wow, I know that's
Can someone tell her she lost all the swing states? And a Republican hasn't won the popular vote in 20 years prior.
So Jimmy Kimmel was canceled, brought back from the dead, and is now canceled again.
What?
So poor Jim. Poor Jim. So as we all know, Jimmy Kimmel was taken off the air for his ridiculous comments regarding the killer of Charlie Kirk. And in case you forgot, here's what he said.
We had some new lows over the weekend with the MAGA gang desperately trying to characterize this kid who murdered Charlie Kirk as anything other than one of them. And
yesterday I posted this showing that Disney was going to renew his show again after having talks with him and coming to an understanding. Well, apparently the affiliates, they don't agree. This just in, breaking news, Nexstar says it will continue to preempt the Jimmy Kimmel show following Sinclair. And Sinclair, by the way, decided yesterday that even though Disney was going to bring the show back, they will not have the show air in their locations. And
okay, so local networks like in the Midwest can choose whether to air the show or not.
Reason being is because many people in those locations asked for his show to be canceled. They do not like his show. They don't want to watch his show. His show is trash. He just trashes Trump and Republicans. It's not even a real late night show. It's really a political show disguised as an entertainment show, which really is just about trashing Republicans. And guess what? Half the country doesn't want to hear that crap. So why would affiliates leave a person on their airwaves who are not helping to drive eyes on the station?
There's a red wave washing over America, and Jimmy Kimmel's getting taken out by it. And we're all here for it.
And another thing to all the trans photos and bigots and blah, blah, blah. Here's the thing. Liking a girl like me is straight, right? The people I'm dating are straight men and a lesbian, right?
I like to touch the men. They're my precious.
Girl, the thing is, if you find me truly hideous, you're probably gay.
I was about to respond to this, and then my 4-year-old nephew comes up and he's like, why is that guy dressed like a girl?
Misogyny is good. Nobody likes the WNBA. That's why they don't make any money. Men are better athletes. That's why they get paid more.
I don't hear any lies.
Bad lesbian! Bad lesbian! All these transgenders are the ones sexually assaulting kids. They want to cut kids' genitals off. They're the pedophiles. They want gender reassignment surgery for children.
Alex, I hope you're rolling with security, man. Ranking liberals losing jobs over Charlie Kirk.
I was just fired from my job.
You're fired! Get out!
You're fired!
Fired from my job! I was just fired from my job! Now I have nothing but this! I have nothing but this website! I have nothing anymore! I have nothing! I have nothing anymore! I have nothing anymore! I have nothing anymore! I have nothing anymore!
I thought he's gonna start sticking a remote control up his butt.
I've just been told I've been fired.
To the person that sent that video to corporate and got me fired, thank you. And I know that everybody is gonna see this video too, and that's okay. I'm not gonna say anything wrong. Did I realize that what I was saying in that video was going to lead to this? No.
Oh, my actions have consequences. Ah!
You're fired. Get out. You're fired. I think I'm fired. I gotta be fired from my job.
Real talk, how the hell are you a black woman who is a Trump supporter, let alone a Republican? Talk about voting against your own self-interest. Those people do not like you at all. I used to be on the left. I used to be a Democrat. And I realized that the Democrat Party has been playing and using and abusing black people for over 200 years. And then when I left the Democrat Party and became an independent, which I still am an independent, and started speaking up about the racism on the left, and that's when I had people like you calling me racial slurs and telling me how I should vote because of the color of my skin.
The most racist people in America are white liberal women.
Melissa, I know you think black people are a monolith, but we aren't. We can think for ourselves without having people like you telling us how we should vote. So go ahead and keep being fearless in the pursuit of what sets your soul on fire.
The left knows exactly how to bait black people because they use things like racism. The other day, Michelle Obama went on TV. She gave a whole speech, talked about how Trump was this and Trump was that. And at the very end of what she said, she made sure to say, and yes, it is racist. You know why? Because the minute you call anything racist or you add race into it, black people get emotional and they come out. Kamala did the same thing because they know how to bait black people in. Here's my thing, and I've told black people this before, who are Democrat. I don't try to convince Democrats to be Republican. What I try to convince them to do is know your history and read a little bit.
Following Charlie Kirk's murder, Turning Point USA said, we're still going to continue with our campus tours, and we're going to have none other than MK leading the charge. She does not need an introduction. Just watch for yourself.
Know why you support a president who contributes to the rhetoric that got your friend Charlie killed. We saw his rally recently. He said, I hate my enemies. Stephen Miller said similar things. How can you support him when he contributed to what got Charlie killed?
Assumes facts, not evidence. What you said is not true.
70% of political violence is committed by Republicans.
Okay.
Look it up.
Where?
DOJ just pulled it. The DOJ just pulled it from their website.
Because the creator of the report was a member of Antifa.
DOJ just pulled the study from their website because they're delusional.
That's not true because
they just pulled it. Look it up.
Once you
pulled it from their website.
Once you pull the crazies out of there, it is overwhelmingly left-wing violence.
Google it.
We have had
every single person in the audience. Google it right now.
You know, this is how we get here. So first of all, let me take on the first part of it, the premise of your question, that it was President Trump's rhetoric that led to an assassin killing our friend Charlie Kirk. That's a blatant lie. It's a defamatory blaspheme, and it's inappropriate in the setting.
That's not what I said.
We know. Yes, it is.
No, I said he contributed to the political atmosphere.
Well, then you have no point. Then your point is utterly empty. Contributing to the atmosphere. This guy was, no, let's just make clear. This guy was motivated by leftist ideology. We know it from the bullet casings. We know it from the Utah governor. We know it from his own mother. Yes, we do. Let's be really clear on that.
Even if that's true, so then you're saying, because, let's say this guy's a leftist, even if that's true, does that make it okay for the sitting president of the United States to incite violence against liberals?
The President of the United States has not accepted violence against liberals. The President of the United States made a joke at the Charlie Kirk Memorial, which was funny and self-deprecating. It was on the heels of Erica Kirk saying she, in an extraordinary moment, forgave her husband's killer. And let me finish. And then President Trump got up and making a joke, playing off of what Erica said. He said, we disagree. I need to do better. Erica's going to try to convince me, but I'm in a different place. And that's completely normal for a politician to be thinking about his political fights. And by the way, Trump has every right to loathe his enemies. They tried to put him in jail for the rest of his life. They tried to bankrupt him. They tried to put his family in jail. And they tried to kill him. Wait. Okay, now you go.
When a dog sees a baby for the first time.
What is this?
Ooh, take that baby powder.
Good girl, Reed.
Oh, adorable.
Do you think she's just noticed now?
Watching a Democratic candidate roast themselves, you are making it easy for all of us. I mean, yeah, we're still putting in a little work, but you're making it easy. And if you don't know who I'm talking about, this is Shelby Campbell, who's running for Congress out of Michigan.
Hey, Magga, how bad does it hurt? The Jimmy Kimmel's back, but you guys can't get your person back.
Jimmy Kimmel's back, but you can't get your person back? And she is running for Congress?
Yeah, she's not having a very good week. Shelby is continuing to roast herself. Somebody commented that she's just a less educated version of AOC. So Shelby posted her transcripts.
Look at my grades. Look at my GPA. 2.1?
Impressive. See, when I went to school, at least showing up for class, you could manage to get a higher grade than this. How'd you pull this off?
We live on a family compound, and our kids have a sleepover with their grandparents every Thursday. This is how they picked everybody up this week. Dream scenario. Just set up your whole family on a compound. Couple of acres. American dream.
All right, do you know how I know that you guys are all Looney Tunes crazy and that you're all actually in a cult? So Donald Trump just had a press conference where he said that his administration and his scientists discovered that Tylenol isn't exactly great to take while you're pregnant because there's a possibility that could affect your child in your womb. And you know what my liberals have been doing all over TikTok, my TikTok feed in the past 24 hours? You know what I've seen on my TikTok feed? Do you know what I've seen? Liberal women, pregnant women, taking Tylenol by the capfuls, being like, I trust science. I'm not going to listen to the orange man.
Trump could say, don't go down a water slide on your stomach while pregnant, and they'd be zipping down. Whee!
I learned something after 10 years of debating Democrats in the House of Delegates and just the woke in general. I was debating, they were diagnosing. Here's what I mean by that. I would say something insane, like, I think we should have better border security. To which they would respond, oh, so you're xenophobic. No, I'm not. I don't have a phobia. I don't have an irrational fear or hatred of other people or different cultures. I just think that when you mass import millions of people from a culture with different legal and social traditions, it's not the best recipe for social cohesion.
Oh, you don't want men watching women undress in their locker room? You're transphobic. You don't think that black people should have a better chance at getting in college than a white person? You're racist.
Look at this beta.
I would say that being a black conservative pretty much like categorically means you don't have much common sense. Yeah.
Do you hate black conservatives?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Oh.
But I do love all people, but I hate black conservatives.
A walking contradiction.
What the? You think they should vote like the radical blacks who are voting for Democrats?
Absolutely.
So you're saying blacks don't have the common sense to make good decisions for themselves?
Black conservatives? Oh no, because they have the gall of being conservative while having experienced what it means to be under the heel of a white supremacist state. It seems to me they're the ones who should have the greatest interest in voting against it.
Yeah, his man bun is tied too tight. It's cutting off something to his brain.
How is it that when I was growing up, under the Jim Crow laws, on a plantation, that black people did better than they are today? They had families, they got married, abortion was unheard of, they bought land, built businesses, they became professionals, they went to college, those that wanted to go. Why were blacks able to do better then than they are today?
Because white folk got more clever. I'll stop treating them like victims. I'll say, hey, you got to work hard, you got to overcome your status. At the same time, white folk got more clever.
That's got to be the stupidest take I've ever heard in my life. And this is the perpetuation. Look, think about this for a minute. Jesse Lee is a conservative. That dude is a liberal. The liberal theology and policy construction is all rooted with that theology in mind. That's the reason why they push policies, because they think you dumb. They see you as a victim. They see you as less than. And therefore they create policies with you in mind as being less than.
This is what racism looks like in 2025.
My son just told me that a white girl got a crush on him in Black History Month. And guess what I told him? What's the rule?
Do not date white girls.
Period.
Period.
Imagine if a white woman was doing this with her white son. We would never hear the end of it. In fact, the video would be removed for racism. Instead, it got 100,000 views on TikTok and all of these black women clapping and saying, yes, teaching him right. Also, when that little boy grows up, he's going to be dating some white girls with a mom like that.
Is Charlie Kirk doing a Trump impersonation on your bingo card?
Donald, I'm really concerned about you, Tom. Look, okay? There's like Christians losing their instead of
like Rand Paul, who's, by the way, I've had up to here with Rand Paul, okay? He's like a total lightweight. And I've made billions of dollars. I don't need to worry about this.
As a feminist man, I think toxic masculinity is so destructive for our culture.
I wish all men were feminists like you.
Here's that check for you, sir. Sir? As a feminist woman, wouldn't you agree with that?
Yeah.
Of course.
Here's the check, ma'am. I'm sorry. Canceled.
Oh my god, this is expensive. Give me a book. Are you gonna help me?
As a feminist man, I don't want to imply that you can't defend yourself as you're a woman.
Are you serious?
You're just as capable of defending yourself as a man. As a feminist woman, wouldn't you agree?
Can you at least call the police?
The police. We need to defund those racist pieces of shit. Hey, bitch. Oh.
Are you gay?
As a feminist man, I'm sexually fluid, even within a relationship. As a feminist woman, wouldn't you agree with that?
This.
I like this look.
Ranking my favorite U.S. history moments.
All right,
listen. Taco, burrito. My taco flavored kisses.
I cast Ohio's 82 votes for Donald John President.
Donald John President.
I'm just chilling in Cedar Rapids.
Beer brewed here, it is used to make the brew beer in this. Oh, Earth Rider, thanks for the Great Lake.
Best rapper alive.
Tupac. This is not an attempt to ban TikTok. It's an attempt to make TikTok better. Tic-tac-toe, a winner.
Many traditions of openness and democracy that have marked the history of this city. Amir missed me.
Greatest of all time.
Baker has a belly. Go belly, go belly, go. Go belly,
go belly, go.
That's your belly.
My boyfriend's dog always gives me a warm welcome.
Oh,
You know you can never break up with him now, right?
Kamala, can we stop this madness? Liberals are always correcting you. It's Kamala. You're like, are you sure? They're like, no. But I know that you're wrong. Well, Kamala is not going to do a good job because she's a woman. As we know, women, not great at doing stuff. Remember what happened with the Secret Service?
Dear old people, staring is rude. You should have learned that like 15 years ago.
Why does her lipstick look like a Hitler mustache?
Yeah, well, I think it's rude that I have to share the same earth as you fat-ass weirdos, but there's nothing I can do about it, so look.
Well, it's very simple. Let me explain. Just got this, so I can do this. Couldn't do this because of that. Once I do this, I can put it in that. Just when I'm done with that, then I can do that.
The cigarettes are multiplying.
Because once I'm done with this, get rid of that, and take that back out of this, and do that. I can put that into this, and get to that. You understand what I'm saying here?
Mm-hmm. Makes sense.
I think our dog wants some dinner.
What? 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 You want some food? You want some food?
How do you respond to the argument that being pro-life and pro-2A are mutually exclusive?
It makes no sense. When somebody says you can't be pro-life and pro-gun, the question I ask is, okay, why do you say that? And they'll say, well, think about all the children that have been hurt, the school shootings. And I'll say, okay, so I have a question. When a school shooting takes place, what's the first thing everybody does? Well, they call the police. Just so we're clear, the first thing that happens when a bad guy is doing something bad with a gun is we call good people with guns to show up and stop that from happening. The real fundamental question here is, why do you have a problem with children dying as a result of gun violence? We all know the answer to that question. Why? Because it's innocent human life being destroyed, and innocent human life is sacred and created in the image of God. But why do they have a problem with it? And if they do have a problem with it, what makes it a horrible tragedy when it's a school shooting and a manifestation of female empowerment when it takes place in the womb and they're killed there?
Mm-hmm. That fish just demolished this man in front of his wife. How do you like your dinner served? To the face.
There is something truly bizarre about a political movement which one minute has people doing things like this.
Trust black women, they lead the way. White women, stop abandoning your sister.
And the next minute has people showing up with signs like this.
Hey, Winsome, if trans can't share your bathroom, then blacks can't share my water fountain.
Yeah, that sign was held up at a rally that was being held for Winsome Sears, who is a black female immigrant running for governor. So you'd think they would be thrilled. Oh, she's a Republican. Yeah, I guess that kind of explains it. Because if there's anything that the woke have demonstrated over the last several years is that whatever they claim to think about black people completely goes out the window the moment said black person identifies as a conservative. So, yeah, pretty much par for course.
Oop, dropped the carrot. Oop, dropped the carrot.
Before I even say anything, I just want to acknowledge the fact that we are right now on stolen land, and that we are on indigenous land, and that we are on original Mexican land right now.
I'm on stolen land right now because the government keeps stealing it back from me every year with property taxes.
Of the stolen land argument.
Okay.
If we stole the land and you're mad about it,
I'm not saying that it's not a better country right now. I'm just saying that right now, especially like the things that we're taught in school, in public education, we're taught about the Alamo and how it was this amazingly a patriotic act, though it was literally stealing a base from the Mexicans in their own land. I think that that's kind of the wrong angle to be looking at things, and that's why I really make it a point to notice that I'm on stolen land at all times, especially when we think about things like Manifest Destiny.
Who did the Mexicans steal the land from?
Actually, the Mexicans were there originally in Texas.
Nope.
Because
not correct.
Because
wrong. They stole it from lots of Indian tribes. That's not correct. Thousands of years before they were Indian tribes. So the Mexicans
the Mexicans
stole the
were
land.
the originally Mexicans were Aztecs and Mayans. And
well,
many
some of
other
them, hold on,
indigenous
Texas
people.
was not indigenously Mexican, though. There was the Cherokee. There were many different Native American tribes there. So at some point, you have to believe in self-determination.
Okay.
If you can win the land, it's yours. Okay. That is what built the West.
I can agree
and
with
so
you on that.
instead of
thank you
saying
for,
land acknowledgement, we're on stolen land, you know what you should have? You should have a gratitude acknowledgement. Praise God, I live in America. I'm glad.
Yeah. If you look enough generations back, all land is stolen. We were all descendants of slaves. The left just likes to look back just far enough to where it suits their narrative.
They believe womanhood is a costume. They believe that womanhood is something you wear on Halloween. Prove me wrong, by the way. They think womanhood is just dressing in a dress and putting on makeup. How insulting to women. They think that being a man is talking in a deep voice and taking testosterone. How insulting to men. It's not a costume to wear. And instead of arguing with reality, let's get really to the basis of this. These people are mad at
media page. I tell people all the time, if you don't like what I'm doing, stop following me.
Yeah, it's that easy, right?
Yeah, it's that simple. Why are you making yourself angry by following what I'm doing?
Oh no! Oh no! Oh, the hands in the hood. Oh.
I still wear a mask, even though I am twice vaccinated. That's my gang sign.
Sweetheart, I think your gang sign is a double quarter pounder with...
Are you grumpy? Are you a grumpy little gremlin? Are you a little grumpert wearing your grumpy pantaloons? Are you a floofy McGrump? Is your name Grumpy McGrumperson?
Joe Biden is asleep. Kamala is at a dance party with Beyonce.
Vice President, I'm speaking. I'm speaking.
I'm speaking. Now, wait a minute. I'm talking now. If you don't mind, please. Does that sound familiar?
The total initiative relative to what we're going to do with more Border Patrol and more asylum officers.
President Trump?
I really don't know what he said at the end of that sentence. I don't think he knows what he said either. Look.
Yeah.
How do you like my garbage truck? This truck is in honor of Kamala and Joe Biden.
How in the hell am I going to deliver this man?
Sideways, little stank. What you mean? They gonna get these bills. Quit playing with me, little stank.
Actually, don't try this at home unless you know what you're doing. So, first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna dip the dollar into the alcohol. Yes, the dollar is completely wet. And then I'm going to light a flame. There we go. And holy crap. What do I do? Holy crap, holy crap, holy crap.
They're gonna make it worse.
Yeah, I don't even know what I'm doing here. Oh my god! Crap.
If you think America's a bad place, just remember, in most countries, an 80-year-old woman running her mouth like this would already be in jail. But here, they just call me Granny. God bless the USA.
What do you feel about that trampoline park now?
I can't go there no more. I have to jump.
Why?
Because I have cats around me.
What happened? But why?
What happened? Because I jumped and fell on my legs.
And what happened to it?
Don't just talk about it. You watch me. Something with me.
You're rude.
This is where me and you jumped.
Yeah, that's the proof.
And look at yours.
How long were we there? We were there long, were we?
A little bit.
Like a minute?
Yeah.
My black ass knew better. I knew better than this shit. What the hell type of shit am I on, bitch? I am black. Why am I doing these activities?
Why are y'all cheesing your baby? Oh, baby's laughing. It's not fair, man. It gets me every time. All right, guys, one of my subscribers is the lead singer of an awesome band called Danger Silent. He did a metal version of my outro song, and I got my wig on because it is heavy. If you find yourself headbanging along, then go check out Chris Vaughn of Danger Silent on Spotify, and I'll drop his YouTube down below as well. Even threw in a spicy little solo at the end there. What video was your favorite? Drop a comment down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe to Conservative Vibes. I'm CV, and I'll see you in the next video.